So this is a strong brow trend as seen at Chanel, Karl Lagerfeld, PPQ and loads more. Stay tuned if you want to see how to do it. So the strong brow theme at the shows I noticed went hand in hand with quite a pale skin. So I am going to use the palest foundation from my Bobbi Brown University palette, and I'm using it on a Gemma Kid Pro foundation brush. If you're in the UK, you can get Gemma Kid in Space NK. If you're in the States, I don't know if you have Space NK in the States, but if you do, you can get it in there. And if not, you can get it in Target and Bloomingdale's, I think. But I'll check that for you. Neiman Marcus, you can get it in there. The skin was kind of ghostly pale, but PPQ the skin had a slight sheen. At Chanel it was matte. So we're going somewhere in between. So I think the thing to remember with trend makeup is that it's not really designed for you to wear in the street. It's like the clothes you see on the catwalk. A lot of them aren't really designed for you to wear in the street. Most things get watered down. Right, I am using Mystery eyeshadow on a Louise Young eyebrow brush, or Louise Young angled brush, I should say. So the brow, I noticed, is quite, obviously it's full because it's a strong brow, but it's also quite elfin shape. So if you've got quite arched eyebrows like me, you're going to have to tone it down a bit. So take the colour through the front part of your brow, and then when you get to the arch, instead of going down with it, go out towards the hairline slightly. Can you see that shape? So then you've got to start filling it in. So the brows start quite close into the nose. So I don't know if you can see, I'm flicking the brush upwards, and that will create that kind of soft beginning to any brow. So once you've got your shape in, you can start to fill it out. So the thing I did notice about the brows this season is that they're kind of a warm browny colour rather than the black hue, you know, the ugly, harsher black that you often see at shows. So it's that kind of accentuated boyish shape there. So that strong brow thing, it's kind of like serious but sexy. Boyish, but not really, I'm a girl, you know? So there's not really that much more to this face. You know, the brows are obviously the real key feature. There's a little bit of shimmer on the eyes. I'm using, this is a tiny bit of Fairy Light pigment from MAC. Frost pigment would do the same thing. I mean, really, any sort of light coloured, slightly sparkly eyeshadow is going to work with this. I'm going to put a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of MAC Reflex Pearl pigment over the top, because I did notice there was a little bit of sparkle at Chanel. So don't go crazy with it, just a small amount, just to pick up the light. The lashes are quite natural too. I'm using a mascara by Illamasqua. If you're in the UK, you can get that in Selfridges. Bobbi Brown concealer just going under the eyes. I'm blending it in with my Gemma Kid brush. Now people have asked me about my cream colour base storage. As you can see, I've got them Dymo labelled there. All it is an old lip mix palette, an old MAC lip mix palette, and I mashed my cream colour bases up and put them in there. I'm going to use a little Improper Copper from MAC on my cheeks, just to give a little bit of a sheen. I'm now going to use a little bit of vanilla eyeshadow from MAC, and I'm going to put that just underneath the brow, just to really accentuate that shape. Just on the arch. Don't bring it all the way under the brow, so otherwise you'll have quite a surprised expression. The lip is a little bit of a pinky gloss. I'm using Chanel Aqua Lumiere colour in Acapulco, but it's very similar to Giddy or many other pinks really. Any old sort of medium pink will do. And you don't have to put much on, it's just to put a little bit of colour in your lips. No lip liner. And then I'm just going over the top of that with some Dior Clear Gloss. And then a tiny bit of powder just through the centre of the face to take down any shine. But don't do the cheeks because we want to keep that glow on there. All the shows that had strong brows also had the girl's hair tied back. I don't think this is a look that works if you've got your hair down. You need to have your hair back. It is quite androgynous, so you know, go with it, embrace it guys. Okay, so it's a strong androgynous brow that starts really close in on the nose and comes quite far out and arched. The lid is very soft, natural, with a very slight hint of a shimmer. By no means is there a lot of reflex pigment on there, just a small amount. You could use Frost Pigment by MAC or any light shimmery eyeshadow with a tiny bit of reflex pigment over the top. I've got mascara by Illamasqua, and on my cheeks I've got a little bit of cream colour base, just to keep a tiny bit of sheen, not that this light picks it up. And on my lips it is a pink lipstick with a tiny bit of a clear gloss over the top. So you mightn't wear this look, you know, every day, but it's a look nonetheless, and I think if you're a makeup artist or someone that follows fashion, it's really important that you know what these looks are. So thanks for watching.